Good evening, Miguel. Today we have some questions to ask you. Maybe start with telling us a little bit about yourself.
Alright, well, my name is Miguel. I'm from Milwaukee. I'm currently studying biology, and I'm a sophomore.
So how would you define your heritage, Miguel?
I define it as Mexican.
Mm. No other ties in there?
Well, I mean, I was born here, so I guess you could count me as like a Chicano.
Sure.
Yeah.
Could you where did your family roots originate from?
Mexico, yeah. Middle of Mexico, actually.
Do you know the names of the pueblos or anything?
Yeah, they're actually from Irapuato.
Okay.
That's in the state of Guanajuato, sort of like right in the heart of Mexico.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Could you speak on Hispanic or I guess Mexican? You were talking about the celebrations that happen. I know I want to say yesterday, Sunday, or Sunday.
yeah, it
there
was.
was
You said it was Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So Tuesday, they had this thing called Dia de la Virgen, I think it was. It's basically a celebration for the Virgin Mary. It's very common in, well, I know in Mexican households, like I said, a lot of them are Catholic, and we have a strong belief in the Virgin Mary. So that's
Okay.
one celebration that I would say that's very prominent in our culture.
And do you think that your Hispanic identity is separate from an American identity, or do you think that there's no difference in between the two?
It's sort of both.
Okay.
I feel like my Hispanic and my American sort of influences have sort of shaped me to who I am.
Or would you say that you find that you act differently or even speak differently around different?
I mean, I'd say yeah.
Okay.
In my home, I speak almost exclusively Spanish, unless I'm with younger family members that were raised here. Then I'll speak English with them. But even then, we'll talk in Spanish or even here. I know there's some people that speak Spanish or Mexican that I hang out with, and sometimes we'll speak Spanish to each other. Otherwise, if I'm with anybody else, it's usually just English. Yeah, especially the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
The jokes are a lot different that you tell in Spanish. It's your Hispanic friends than the ones you tell with anybody else.
So what is a cultural conflict that you have faced in America or within our society?
Have you found any conflicts from being with your Mexican heritage?
A little bit, yeah. I know, not here precisely. I haven't experienced much, but I know going back to Mexico, it feels sort of weird. You feel like you're in between place between being American and being Mexican. You don't really feel like you quite fit into either one. I was raised here, but I go to Mexico a lot, so there's definitely things that I can relate to, here that most people back home wouldn't relate to, or vice versa.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think there's any advantages or disadvantages to being Hispanic in America?
I'd say one advantage would be, being bilingual. I feel like if you're raised in a Hispanic household, you're more likely going to be raised speaking Spanish. And then later on you can learn English because you're in the U.S. and most people speak English. So I think that would be an advantage, learning two languages at a very early age, so you learn them pretty well.
Do you have any experiences with maybe family members or friends who have been English as a second language, and do you have any, or could you speak on their experiences?
Yeah, I know a few people that came to the U.S. from Mexico later on in life, that had already developed sort of their language that they speak. So I know that sometimes it'd be kind of difficult for them to keep up in academia because they can't read and speak English as well as everybody else. So that's definitely a handicap that they have.
Okay.
And So within the last, decade or so, or what's actually been an ongoing problem, America's immigration policies. What do you think we should do? Are we doing too much? Are we doing not enough, or just the right amount? Like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a very complicated issue. Simply because there's so many people and so many components involved.
Right.
I would say that we're doing as much as we can, but we're definitely not doing as much as we could. Or no, that doesn't really make sense. We're doing a lot, yeah.
Like we could do more.
But we could do a little more. I feel like the U.S. and Mexico and even possibly Canada could work a little more closely, could cooperate a little more. I know right now with the new president, there's been some friction between the two countries and everything, or not just the two countries, but like a lot of countries. But I feel like if we opened up a little more, there'd be a lot more progress we could do.
And
yeah.
And do you think that American society is accepting towards people of Hispanic descent?
I'd say so, especially a lot more now.
Okay.
There's been a little bit of a divide. I think if that divide wasn't there, there'd probably be more acceptance. But yeah, I feel like most people are pretty accepting. And if not, they just need to communicate. They just need to get to know, get to understand.
Exposure,
Yeah, they just need that exposure to be able to, have that understanding and that communication.
Sure.
Would you say that with the induction of Donald Trump as president, things have become more divided, or do you think we're like American society is still accepting of Hispanic culture?
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely been a little bit more divide, but there's also been like people that are already liked or accepted, people of Hispanic heritage definitely feel well, at least from my perspective, I feel like they have a stronger connection. They feel sort of like an obligation. I would say to support. So like, damn, it's pretty difficult to explain. So people that are already
People that were already sympathetic have just been more.
Have
just been driven more to.
Yeah, they're driven more
to do more for like the
more.
Latino
Yeah,
community.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we appreciate your time, and we thank you for doing this for us.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yep.